line also. James was running the ball that last part, getting first downs, getting yards. That's big.
What does winning a game like this tell you about this team?
How tough we are, not just physically, but mentally. Things not going our way, and still not giving up. Defense going out there trying to make a play, guys being smart, learning from, corrections in the first half, getting hands, getting deflections and stuff like that. All that stuff is big.
Did you ask to be a big part of that last scoring drive, or did they just start coming to you, or did you see something, or?
No, I never asked to be part of it. I hope they know that I should.
What do you think of your touchdown reception there?
That was a great ball. Good coverage. Better catch by. Great coverage, but Kyler trusted me to give me the ball right there in that situation, checking out of a play, going to a one-on-one matchup that we felt was favorable. You gotta, Josh Norman played the ball perfect. It was, just a good ball by Kyler, trusting me.
The play before that, what's that like between you two? Do you lock eyes, or do you just kind of know where each other is at that point?
I saw Kyler point to go up. He's been doing that his whole career, making plays on the run, scrambling. So knowing my quarterback, knowing what direction, knowing what he's looking for, and we practiced that. So, for us to go out there and do it, I wouldn't say it's routine, but we definitely know Kyler's body language.
What do you think of your defensive stops from your defense today, especially on fourth?
Big. Man, like 1 yard. I don't know how many. I think I've never been a part of a game where a defense got that many stops. 5 stops, 4. Man, that's championship football. Going out 1 yard, and guys, giving up big plays and still fighting for that 1 yard. And you got to give things to Vance also, having those guys prepared. That last play, trying to trick us and get the running back or the fullback the ball, go up the middle. That's a heads-up play by those guys.
What does it mean to you to be 5-0 right now, the only undefeated team in the NFL?
It feels good. NFL it's hard. It's a long season. It's hard to get a couple wins. So to be 5-0, that's a good start. But not being complacent, I think, is the hardest thing for guys not to do. So it's a 1-0 season right now still for us. I think we still play with that chip on our shoulder. A lot of veterans on this team also, guys who's played football, been on championship teams. So for us, it's making sure the young guys are still working every day and not, really buying into their 5-0 status.
Are you worried about having Max Williams if he's out for a significant time?
That's the NFL. Next man up. Max is definitely a big part of this offense. But that's why Steve Keim and those guys go out and get players that can fill that role. I hate what happened to Max. Max is, that's my guy. But it's the next man up, and I think Cliff and those guys will do a good job of preparing the next tight end.
DeAndre, we know you don't like to necessarily talk about numbers and all that. I don't know if you're aware, but today you became the fastest player to have the most receptions ever before the age of 30, and you went in today tied with Larry Fitzgerald.
Wow.
Any thoughts on that?
Man, I got to thank all 20 of my quarterbacks. I should buy all those guys something. It's a lot of them. I can't buy them a nice watch. Got to get something. But nah, man. But that's in all seriousness. That's a great accomplishment. Honestly, I just go out and play ball. I just want to win and be reliable for my team. I really try not to look into that stuff. Just go out and work and keep my head down. I mean, draft day, I remember I didn't think I was going to be a first round guy. We was preparing about a restaurant for, ran out for 3 days. That's always been my mentality, man. Just go out and work. I've never really been that guy. The media always put, other receivers and other people like that in front of me. And I love it because, for me, it's all about team success. But to have that accolade, I'm pretty sure somebody, will come and beat that, pretty soon. But to have that right now, that's a great honor, especially a guy like Larry, who's one of the best, definitely a Hall of Fame guy, and other guys that, I beat to get that record. But, hopefully that leads to wins, and that's all that matters to me.
Thank you.
Andre told us that this victory shows how tough this team is.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it would be a dogfight. I mean, every time we played that team since I've been here, when we were trying to build it that first year, and we still played them tough when they were really rolling, and it's been that way every time. So we knew coming in we'd get their best shot, and they played their tails off, and unfortunately we got those fourth down stops and found a way to win.
Need a win like this?
I'd take them anyway and get them, especially division wins. That is a great team, great culture over there. They play so hard and play together and have great energy on the sideline. So if you can beat them, that's a heck of a Sunday.
You like going for it on fourth down a lot, and you've been pretty successful at it. I'm not going to ask you if you were surprised, but what did you think of your defense on those stops?
Incredible. I've never seen four fourth down stops, and Kyle Shanahan's one of the best offensive minds in football, and to be able to slow that down at that point was huge. I thought he had a tremendous plan for that young kid to use his legs and let him play and show off his athletic ability, and he did. He played tough, and we needed every second to win that game.
Do you feel like when Max got hurt that took any kind of mental energy off your guys at all? I felt like there was a little bit of...
It's tough. It's tough. He's a huge part of this offense, and I've seen what he's done in previous weeks when he's healthy, and then starting center goes out as well. It's not easy, but really proud of Max Garcia stepping in there and leading that drive there at the end that we had to have to win the game.
Cliff, what was your assessment of Zaven Collins today getting more snaps?
Yeah, I'll have to watch the film, He's a guy who's continued to progress. He works hard at it, and we like his future. We just got to keep working.
That's on Simmons' play, the stop on the goal line.
Tremendous. I mean, he sold out. He's a gamer. Nice kid, always laughing, smiling, but on Sundays he shows up with an attitude, and that was a huge play in the game.
The broadcast showed Kyler getting some work done on his shoulder. What was wrong with him?
Yeah, I just think normal bumps and bruises. We'll get it checked out and see.
Hopkins said that Josh Norman played about as good of defense on that play as you can play, and he's still just kind of ripped it away.
When it went up and I saw Josh getting his head around, I was like, uh-oh. I thought he was in great position, and then Hop just made a play. When Hop gets hot like that, he made the play previously on that drive. He gets in a rhythm. He's hard to stop.
Try to ride the hot hand when he's
definitely. Yeah, we try to get it to him as much as we can, but when he's making plays like that, it's like throw the call sheet out. Let's call what goes to Hop.
What did you think of your cornerbacks with both Marco and Byron Allen?
Really proud of their effort. Rob, most snaps by far he's played in 2 years, and then Hamilton got here a couple weeks ago, and he went out there, and they both competed their tails off.
What do you think? J.J. Watt had a couple big plays today. I mean, I know, statistically, I guess it's been a little bit of a slow start for him. What do you think of his?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's top 3 in QB pressures, and that's can't tell you how valuable that is to our defense. Get those guys off the spot, and he's such a massive presence in there. So he's been tremendous. I think he's continuing to get comfortable in our system, how we do things, and I expect him just to get better and better.
Back to Hop for a moment with all the great catches. How important was that one play near the end when he was headed out of bounds, but he realized to get down and stay down?
Yeah, he's sly like a fox. That's what I tell him. Sometimes he'll look at you like he don't know what's going on, but he always knows what's going on. He is very in tune as a football player, and that was a big-time play by him. Great route and a great heads-up play.
The play before the touchdown, is that kind of the evolution of his relationship with Kyler?
Just Kyler, I think, saying, hey, I'm going to give our best player a chance to go make a play, and he went up and did it. He threw a couple down the field earlier that we didn't connect on, but if you keep giving him chances, he's going to make a play.
You mentioned Hudson. Do you think that's going to be a serious multi-week thing?
I haven't got the update, so we'll see kind of where he's at.
You might not have an answer for this, but it seems curious how many injuries to ribs. Is there anything common with that, or just coincidence?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't experienced that with linemen like we had, so it's just, I think, unfortunate coincidence.
What did the 49ers do to slow you guys down for a lot of that game?
Played good. I mean, they're a good defense. That front's tremendous. They play hard. We knew, like I said, it'd be a dogfight. It wasn't going to be just airing it out with them. And I think more than anything, the sacks on first and second down is an area that we hadn't been getting ourselves into. And when you're in 2nd and 20, 3rd and 19 against those guys, good luck.
Everyone's talking about Rondale's speed, but that catch on the sideline, I mean, that was
tremendous. Yeah, he's got great ball skills and great competitor. I mean, he goes out there, he wants to be in every place, stands right behind me like a little puppy dog. Like, what are you doing looking at me? But he is a tremendous football player.
Coach, thank you.
Freelance that you guys were expecting? Was there anything out of the ordinary that kind of got to you guys a little bit?
I mean, obviously there was new stuff. I mean, the most you could really do is that second half of Seattle, watch that. But, give them credit. They made some really good in-flight adjustments, and then give our coaching staff and the players credit because, we handled those, I thought, pretty well. So, I think it was just a total team defensive effort that took over. So definitely a good day for us.
How'd you guys sniff out that stop on their fullback?
They did that last year, and they got it. They got us, and they've done that a couple times. And you just watch film. You spend a whole week on it. It kind of becomes habitual. And again, they got a complex scheme over there, so there's a lot to defend. Some teams, there's only a couple plays. They got probably about 4 or 5 out of every formation, probably more. So, it'll be exciting to see, in a few weeks when we play them again, what they're going to do.
I know you'll take the wins however they come, but is it nice to have a game where the defense is probably the biggest reason for a win?
Yeah, I think it was good for us to kind of prove that we could win a gritty game like that. The defense could win the game. I think, the only real test that we truly had was probably, that Minnesota game. And, I think we kind of lucked out with a missed kick. So, I mean, we'll take it. But, to kind of prove that we could win, a close game like that the way we did is definitely good.
What's the mindset of the defense? I mean, there's yards here and there, but then on fourth down, just coming up big so many times. Have you ever been in a game like that?
I don't think we've had that many forced stops, at any level, any game I played in. So when you hear the numbers, it's crazy. But, for us, we want to just stop them on every down. And, fourth down, when you stop on fourth down, it's like a turnover. So, when Buddha had the interception, I don't know if we had any others, but, and then throw in 4 defensive stops, that's about 5 total turnovers, that's a pretty good defensive performance. So, that's something that we'll definitely take. And, hopefully, be consistent with that on fourth down for the rest of the season because, we play some really good teams, especially next week against Cleveland. So,
were you surprised at any point that they kept going for it on fourth?
No, I mean, it's a close game. I think, I'm not an analytics guy at all, but, it looks, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got the players they do, I was talking with Corey and Matt, and we do the same thing. So, I'm just glad we stopped them. And, again, they're a really good team. Give credit to them, so.
What goes through the defense's mind when you guys get the stop and then right away Chase ends up fumbling the ball and you guys have to go right back out there? And
Chase has picked us up plenty of times, this season. So, I trust Chase with my life. Honestly, he's one of the best people and best players I've ever played with. But defense, kind of selfish. We want to play. Everybody says like, "Oh, keep your defense off the field," but you enjoy playing the game, especially when the game's flowing. You don't mind going out there. You want to prove it. So, luckily we won, and again, we're just a bunch of guys that love playing. So.
I'm sure at the end you were glad that they ran the clock out and you didn't have to go out there again.
Yeah, I mean, winning is, good. Yeah, at a certain point, you want to go home, have some food, but, I'm here to play 60 minutes in overtime. I'm not here to play, 3 or 6 hours, whatever it is.
Williams got injured, and you guys cleared the sidelines to go over and check on him. Was it because the nature of the injury, or is it speak to the team camaraderie? Because you had a lot of injuries pile up on the team, and that was the only one that had the whole tire.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's just severity of it. And for a guy like Max, I mean, Max has been through hell and back, but, personally, he's a close friend of mine, and I know a lot of guys on this team, they love and respect him. So, it was definitely a tough game. It was a hard-fought game, but I think definitely the severity of it was pretty scary. Just praying for him, wishing the best for him. But knowing him, he'll come back stronger. This isn't his first time facing adversity, and this whole team's a bunch of guys that just know how to bounce back. So it's going to be exciting to see his comeback.
Seeing the whole team go across the field like that to talk to that?
I've never been a part of it, so that is pretty special. Usually when injuries like that happen, it kind of changes the momentum of it. I just remember in college we had a couple guys break legs, and we didn't do that. Not saying we weren't a close group, but it definitely affects the mood. But I think the fact that we were able to bounce back and keep the momentum speaks a lot to the camaraderie of this team.
What's your post-game meal?
Post-game meal? I don't know. I've been doing Shake Shack the past 2 days, or two games, so I might stick with it. It's been working, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks. Thank you.
I know both sides of the ball, we say like, hey, sometimes the offense is going to pick up the defense and vice versa. But it really felt like today you guys needed to pick up the offense a little bit. Did you feel like that was kind of the case?
I mean, it's pretty loud on this, huh? I mean, we always just, try to focus when you're on the field. You just don't want to get points no matter what. Offense is playing good or if the offense is playing bad. Either way, our job, we kind of have a do-your-job mentality. And on the defensive side is you try to, eliminate all the points that the offense has. So, if the offense was doing good, we'll still have the same mindset. They're doing bad, same mindset.
What did winning a game like this tell you about this team?
Say that one more time.
What did winning a game like this tell you about this team?
Oh, just we're resilient, where we, especially on, the defensive side of the ball, we talk about this, all the time. We're made for these situations. We're made for when their offense gets the ball on the 50-yard line, we got to eliminate points, no touchdowns, straight field goals. We kind of love it in a sense compared to last year where it was like, But this year it's like, come on, let's do it. Like let's get ready for this to get on the field. Let's get a stop. So our mentality and our whole the whole regime of the team is definitely positive. We always give each other positive affirmations no matter what.
You remember being in a game where you had 4 defensive stops on 4th down?
No, not at all. He was going for it a lot. We were surprised, but hey, we were excited, get another chance, another opportunity to be on the field, and hope get those stops. I don't know what they went. Did they get a 4th down? I don't think maybe 1. Okay, they got 1 out of 5. Well, if I was in school right now and I got 1 out of 5, I would not be happy. So, yeah.
What's your assessment of Trey Lance after playing him for 4 quarters?
Oh, man, he's fast. He can get out that pocket. He was running the ball. He did his thing. We knew that he was going to try and get out of the pocket, and, he did a great job of getting out of that pocket and, forcing first downs and getting their offense to, get on the field some more, because if not, I mean, it would probably look a lot more different than what it looked like. But he's a great young guy, of course, rookie, a guy who just now is getting them, their offense. Their offense is, pretty hard offense to learn. So he did a great job, ran the ball, and appreciate him, man. That overthrow, I appreciate that.
What do you think of how Jason, Antonio, and Rob did without Marco and Byron today?
Yeah, they're pros. Jace, since day one, he's so technical. He's always asking questions. He's always doing the right thing. And then, Ham coming in, and this is his first year on the team. Same thing. I love pros, guys who just understand their job and do their job at a high level, no matter what. If they're starting, second string, third string, they're going to do their best. And I appreciate those guys so much, and I always tell them that because we're definitely blessed to have guys like that who can come in and the standard never drops, and that's what we talk about. And they did a great job today.
Vance had said this week at Buddha that when you play McVay or Shanahan, there's a lot of, on defense, a lot of single calls, double calls, triple calls. Makes it hard for everyone. Was that the case today, or were they a little different because of having a guy like Trey Lance? Yeah, they were a little different. They did a little bit of different, more running back, more QB, QB runs, QB powers, counters. So, things that we haven't really been accustomed to seeing from San Fran, they definitely did, and they did a great job of, getting in those empty formations and getting a QB power and making it 4-on-3. So, and the QB is that extra guy. So it was definitely hard, and, much respect to the D linemen taking double teams and the linebackers trying to two-gap things, because when you have a running quarterback, it's very hard to, for everyone to have a gap, because that quarterback adds a whole extra gap. So they did a great job today, and I don't know how many rushing yards he had, but at the end of the day, we got the W.
You've said practically every week it's a 1-0 week. That's the goal. But you're 5-0. First time this franchise has been 5-0 since 1974. I mean, that has to mean something, doesn't it?
To be honest with you, it doesn't mean a thing. Anybody. I mean, you look at maybe what was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the Steelers going 11-0, and then doing what they did in the end of the season. For us, we're just thinking of 1 week at a time, 1-0. If you have that mentality, you don't become complacent. You want to work harder. You want to be better each week for the team, not only for yourself but for the team. And that one and no mentality is great because you have your fun time. You get a win. You have your fun time. Then that Monday, it's back to 0-0. And next week mentality, and we got the Cleveland Browns next week, so we're gonna, of course, celebrate a little bit. I'm gonna go home and drink some nice drinks, and drink some nice water with some ice. No, drink some nice water with some ice, and just watch some football.
What are the warning signs of a team that's becoming complacent that's winning?
What are the warning signs? Guys just overthinking. Guys thinking about 2 weeks from now or 3 weeks from now, and not thinking about, for example, we played Cleveland Browns. Guys thinking about the Seahawks in week whatever. That's when you don't want to have that certain type of situation. That's when guys' minds are, they kind of become complacent, like I said. So 1-0 mentality each and every week. We're 1-0 today. Next week, 0-0, and we're going to get ready for the Browns.
The fourth down stops, obviously the one near the goal line was huge, and a couple guys just sold themselves out to keep him out of the end zone. How big was that, obviously?
Yeah, that was huge. You see Isaiah Simmons, you see Chandler trying to, sprint and cut off Trey Lance. He was a very fast QB, a guy who's elusive. You saw him making moves out there, and all the mentality of just, each blade of grass always matters. You want to make the stop every time, and that fourth down stop, like you said, it's just so exciting. And for me to see it and watch it, it was definitely exciting to hear the fans, yell and guys be excited, and of course, eliminate points, eliminate touchdown, eliminate a field goal, and get the offense on the field. And that's our job each and every time we get on the field. So
That mentality this year, the one mentality, is it vastly different than it was a year ago?
I don't remember. It's kind of hard, You kind of, for me, I kind of blocked out last year. It's a new year. I have a tattoo on my arm that says each day is not promised, and you can't think about last year. We're thinking about this year. We're thinking about the now, the present, and of course, we're glad we got the W today, and we're gonna get back to work tomorrow and get on the Browns.
Kyle, I was just going to say, when Max got hurt, did that take an emotional toll on you guys at all, do you think?
I mean, you never want to see that happen, to a brother of yours. And, the way that kind of unfolded for him is very unfortunate, having a really good season. And then, just making a play and then kind of, football happens. You can't change it, can't really do anything. I don't know what he could have done differently, anything like that. But it is, it's unfortunate. We're all behind him, praying for him. But to answer your question, I guess in a sense it's he's in on a majority of our plays. He's a big part of our offense. So yes, it's definitely it kind of takes a toll on some of the stuff that you can do and call.
What does winning a game like this say about this team?
Yeah, I mean, I think the defense played great. They held us down all game. It's it's a divisional game. These games are going to be tough. It's not always going to be sweet and pretty and flashy and have all the touchdowns and stuff like that. You kind of got to capitalize when you can. That's a great team over there. And it was definitely to our standards maybe an ugly one offensively, but we got it done, and that's all that matters.
What at the end of the game, when you guys needed the plays and you get the touchdown at the end, the play, the 30-yard play to DeAndre, was that planned? And then the next play, are you thinking, I'm going to go right back to DeAndre here?
The play, the kind of crossbody play, that was, I had seen him originally, but I couldn't get it off on my original platform. I think it was Nick who kind of, got pressure. But at that moment, I knew DeAndre was open, and he had the DBB. So at that point, it was kind of figure out a way to give him the ball at all costs, give him a chance. He made the play, and then go back. They were man, and I mean, at that point, yeah, it's kind of like he had takeover. Just throw it his way, allow him to make me look good.
At what point are you telling him to go?
Which one?
On the crossbody. You said
Yeah. Go. I mean, he had the guy beat, but like I said, kind of had to buy time, tell him to go, and then it kind of ended up into a back shoulder because the DB didn't know where the ball was, chasing Hop.
Are we starting to see your relationship with him kind of evolve and grow? You've had more time together and into what it is now.
I mean, we got a great relationship. It's really, it's tough, when he's getting doubled out there and they're, bracketing him and stuff like that. You just kind of got to take your chances whenever he's not. And, I think today we did a pretty good job of that. When he was one-on-one, I think he got the ball for the most part. And you just got to give a guy like him the opportunity. You never know. 2 guys, 3 guys, it doesn't really matter. You just got to – sometimes you screw the read, throw it to him, and, good things happen.
We talked so much about what Rodney Hudson has meant to this team.
Yeah.
So what did it mean when he went out?
Yeah. Hopefully Rod will be good. But I think Max came in and did a great job. For Rod to go down, obviously one of our captains, we looked at him. But Max came in and did a great job. Hopefully, I think Rod should be. Talk to him. I think he should be good. So.
You guys have adopted a 1-0 mentality each week, but does it mean anything to you to have one of the best starts in franchise history at 5-0?
I mean, I think it's an accomplishment for the organization. Me personally, I don't know. It doesn't really do anything for me. But no, it's a good thing. I mean, for us, as far as the mindset goes, and we accomplished that this week. We can't get bored of winning. We can't get bored of doing the little things right. I think, like I said, today wasn't one of the flashiest wins. It wasn't the prettiest, but at the end of the day, we got something. We can be happy we won. If we would have lost to it, everybody would have been pissed off and angry. So it's good that we won.
What did the 49ers do that prevented it from being one of the flashiest wins, that it was a struggle for offensive wins?
I mean, I think everybody knows that. I mean, they got a great coach. Probably the best defensive line in the game. They got guys over there. This is the NFL, and especially in our division, regardless of rookie quarterback and all that stuff, they're still a great team. And I think you saw that today, especially like I said, it's a divisional game. Sometimes they're going to be ugly. They're going to be hard-fought games. I mean, it's a division. And everybody's fighting for playoff spots and stuff like that. So. You're going to get their best shot every time, and especially with when you got elite athletes like they do, on top of trying to fight for the seat. It's you're going to get a tough one.
You guys have talked about complementary football throughout the season, but from a big picture standpoint, have a defense that can pick up the slack and help you guys win games. What does it do for a team that honestly has playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, that's huge. That's what you want to see. Complimentary football, of course, but I think today we leaned on them. They held it down, like I said, and we scored when we needed to. And it took one drive. For the most part, the game was kind of like I said, it felt ugly for the most part. And then we knew it was just going to take one drive, go down and score. Calm down. It's you don't got to do too much. One play at a time, and that's what it was. And we kind of broke through there at the end. So.
The accomplishments, Kyler, but and you and DeAndre always talk about winning, not numbers and all that, but he now has the most catches ever by someone before the age of 30. Your thoughts on that, and coming in a game like this where he was so instrumental in a victory?
Yeah, no, it's incredible. Testament to him, what type of guy he is, what type of player he is. For him to be, who he is, he's so unselfish, team player. I could go on, but he's just a great guy, a great teammate. But no, it's a huge deal for him. A huge deal. He's going to go down as one of the best. So I'm just glad I get to throw him the ball. But what was your second question?
Just down point it was having the game today in a victory.
Yeah, I think it's huge just to go 1-0 again, 2-0 in the division. That makes it even bigger. The fact that it was a divisional game is a big deal for us. Keep trying to go 1-0 and keep trying to win the division is huge.
What do you feel about the Niners defenders kind of mimicking your touchdown celebration?
I didn't really see it, but I mean they earned it. I mean, you get the ball back, you can go do whatever you want to do.
That game already. That looks like your points to your affinity for Bruce Lee. So, have you ever seen The Last Dragon? Does you think you have the glow at 5-0?
No, I mean I didn't really. I guess a little bit of both, but you said, do I have the glow of 5-0?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not too. I'm glad we won today, but we could be a lot better. For me personally, a little frustrated, but like I said, we won, so.
How's your shoulder?
I'll be fine.
Did you see the play near the end when on the pass to DeAndre where he made sure to go down and stay down? Yeah. Cliff said he's like sly like a fox.
Yeah, no, I think that was an underrated play. Like, in the moment, I was like, dude, he really just did that. Like, because I mean, it's really heady of him, knowing we got to stay in bounds and run the clock. So that's just, he's just a great player.
You say you're frustrated. What are you frustrated about?
Just we left some stuff out there. It was like I said, the ugliness. For me personally, like I said, we just got to be better, and playing through that is part of the game. But at the end of the day, like I said, it took one drive. We knew it was gonna break through. But at the end of the day, you can be frustrated whenever things aren't going, how you plan them to go. So
You don't have anything